Hey, it's been a long time. I call this the feedback oscillating, amp inhibiting, voltage intensifying hairpin of mystery. And I will show you why that might be. First, to the drawing board. Every single connection that had to be made was made with a capacitor in series, those 5 microfarad ones. These are both the toroids, and these are the actual 22 volt lower secondary winding on each of them that I'm using as triggers that I'll show you in a second here. I have a clip lead that I'm using to short this out permanently, and this one I have, this is a little different, but I have a hairpin coil here, 1 wrap, another capacitor, and a 20 watt bulb as a load. And interestingly, let me show you. So I'm going to turn it on, and usually at cold start it doesn't do anything. We see a small voltage. I don't have it. Without a load, we'll see a small voltage on the voltmeter picking up, but by tickling this coil, which would be, this is the 22 volt wrap off of there, I can kick some kind of a feedback into the circuit, and it begins to ring only on this side, and I'll explain that one in a minute. So let me go ahead and kick this off. Let me turn it on first. So just by doing that, now this starts humming, and now that 20 watt bulb has enough current to light it in series with this capacitor. So these are both coming off these outer capacitors, going through the coil, the capacitor, and the light bulb back to the other way, back to the capacitor. So we get this weird vibrating out of here. It sounds like a 60 hertz with slightly off hertz feedback, causing it to, it's warming up a little bit. This one over here, we get a really, really low volume just puttering out of it. I almost want to consider this as an electrical form of an engine, because it's very temperamental before it works as well. So some interesting things I found now with that configuration, if I was to remove or to short out this one side of the output, you can see I get fluctuations in the current, obviously, because we're bypassing the capacitor, reducing reactance, and so forth. But if I can kick it really fast, this extra vibration resonance kicks in over here, and now you can hear through the amplification of this box here a higher octave tone coming out of that. This one is now vibrating as well as this one is. And then I can take and short this other lead permanently. This is very weird, because in different loads and different inductances and resistances, I have to reconfigure slightly which of these 3 capacitors causes the effect. So when I put this on, watch what happens. It's very short-lived. Sometimes it does not. Sometimes it does not continue to run, but I can get it to run at times. Like I said, very temperamental. But this extra, and on the voltmeter will read. Oh, it's not hooked up, is it? Hold on. So we see 93 volts when that extra other side over here is resonating as well. And I'll show you before, but if I can get this to, god damn it. This is really wild when it happens. But like I said, it's extremely temperamental. It's almost like a car engine that doesn't want to start, because I'll hear that